Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Tonight we are going to be making oven-baked cabbage burgers. So first things first, I want to get into the oven and then I'm going to tell you what I am mixing. I have taken a head of cabbage and sliced it in 4. Here's one sheet. They are big. So here's one sheet and here's one sheet. Sliced it in 4. Sprayed each side with some olive oil, or you can brush it with olive oil. And then on the top side, facing up, sprinkled it with some salt and pepper. Into the oven it goes for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna keep baking. So I wanna get these in, and I'm gonna tell you the next step at the same time. So, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna change the right layer. All right, so we're gonna get those in. You want to soften, you want to get the cabbage a chance to soften a little bit before we add the burger patties. Okay, next to assemble the burger patties, and then I'm going to get my hands dirty so the rings drape off. Just a little heads up. So in here, I don't know if you can see, but in here I have a pound of lean beef. This is 93.7 because we have nothing to grease with when we get started. So 93.7. We have garlic. You can't really tell way down at the bottom, but we have a little bit of red pepper, crushed red pepper, salt, pepper, and parsley and some green onion. What I'm gonna do is mix all of that up, and I'm gonna form it into 4 patties. Then when that comes out, we're gonna come back, we're going to assemble the 4 patties, and then what you're gonna need is a half a cup of shredded cheese. It could be totally cheddar, sharp cheddar, your particular. We have leftover Mexican style blend, so it's Monterey Jack and cheddar cheeses. So we're just gonna use that, and a half a cup of tomato sauce. Just when you're buying your tomato sauce, make sure it's one that's no sugar added. That's what we're gonna need in 10 minutes when that's ready, and we'll put it together and then we'll bake the burgers. I'll be back in a few. Okay, so the cabbage is now out of the oven for the first 10, and now we're gonna do a little bit of assembly. I'm gonna assemble 2 here. I'm gonna do those other 2 afterwards, and then we'll show you the finished product. All right, so here we go. Aiming down. So I have my sauce. First thing you do is you drizzle, and I need 1/4 cup. I'm trying to eyeball its accuracy. You need a half a cup in all, so I'm just trying to make sure I get it about right for 2 of these. Okay, and I'm gonna just spread that all around. Trying to get that down in there. I'm actually gonna move some of this one over there. Hopefully you guys can, well, you can see one of them pretty good. I'm looking at the camera angle. You put just a little bit of the cheese below, not much, just a little bit. And then I made the patties pretty big since the cabbage pieces are going to be big. Hopefully you can see that. I know you can see this one better. And then you sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top. Not much, just a little bit there. I'm trying to make sure I only use half because I still have another 2 to go. So, try to show it to you like this. So hopefully you can see them both. There we go. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna do another 2, and then I'm going to do those. I'm gonna put them back in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes or until the burgers are done. When the burgers are done, dinner's ready. You don't need another side. Did you see how many vegetables? You got your cabbage. So this is your meal. So see you at dinner. Okay, so these have been taken out of the oven, and this is what it looks like. So here we go. You will need to have a utensil for this. All right, I'm trying to make sure I get a little lettuce. Not lettuce, cabbage. Oven baked cabbage burgers. I knew this. Cheese, burger, onion, just a little bit of everything for you. That's a really good mix of flavors. I like how it sits on the vegetables. Ooh, I have a kick from the onion in the burger, guys. That green onion in the burger. If you like putting onions in your burgers, that's gonna surprise you. That was good. That was definitely good. This is gonna be a great meal, and I like the fact that it's just all in one and done. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and I will see you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. All right, bye.